Good day, students. Today we'll be handling the topic, asking questions, challenging what the world tells us, and we'll be discussing scientific thinking, critical rationalism, and falsification.
What is scientific thinking? Scientific thinking can be defined as the principles and empirical processes of discovery and demonstration considered characteristics necessary for scientific investigations, generally involving the observation of the phenomena, the formulation of a hypothesis concerning the phenomena, experimentation to demonstrate the truth or falseness of the hypothesis, and conclusion that validates or modifies the hypothesis. Not only scientists, but rather any ordinary person can think scientifically. But scientific thinking is believed to be a rare thing, since very few of us think scientifically. Not because we are not scientists, but because we want to be certain about things. We read books and newspapers, search the information subway known as the internet, and make a point of watching the news. But the questions that still remain are we informed, and do we actually know what is going on in the world? Or are we still living in the past like when we were young, believing everything that we are told? The method of inquiry in philosophy that encourages questioning is called critical rationalism or scientific rationalism. It is a very long history and goes back to Socrates, who lived from 1470 to 399 before Christ. Socrates encouraged us to challenge existing ideas and beliefs by questioning them. As a method of inquiry in philosophy, critical rationalism encourages open-mindedness, and another way of saying this is that it is an anti-dogmatic and anti-authoritarian. The problem of values in critical rationalism. How do we know if our morals and values are good or bad? Morals are not the same as science, and the truth about what is morally right or wrong is one of the central problems of philosophy.
Sir Karl Raimund Popper was an Austrian-British philosopher and professor. He is generally regarded as one of the greatest philosophers of science of the 20th century, and not forgetting our very own Nelson Mandela, who is also a promoter of critical rationalism. So, what can critical rationalism help us with? It can help us with questioning what people in power tell us, be more open to what other people think, examine our own opinions more carefully, be more tolerant and understanding, and solve problems. What can't critical rationalism help us with? Make quick decisions, find the meaning of life, deal with people who are dishonest, make us feel secure, and solve the problem of suffering.
I'll be discussing the 5 types of falsification. Firstly, name calling. This is when attacking the person and not the opinion he or she has made. In philosophy, this is called the fallacy of the ad hominem argument. This is, for instance, when in debate with a blonde female and not arguing your point, but rather making a stereotypical comment like dumb blonde. Dumb blonde in this case is the name calling. Secondly, false cause and effect.
Ernie. Oh, hi, Bert. You still have that banana in your ear.
What?
I said you still have that banana in your ear.
Yeah, Bert, I know.
You know, Ernie, why is that banana still in your ear?
Listen, Bert. I use this banana to keep the alligators away.
Alligators? Ernie, there are no alligators on Sesame Street.
Right. It's doing a good job, isn't it, Bert?
This is falsely claiming that an action has or will have a certain effect. As seen in the video that we just shown you, the puppet believes that him keeping the banana in his ear is helping keep alligators off Sesame Street, which in fact is not true. Thirdly, false representing an opinion in order to discredit it. In philosophy, this is called the straw man effect. This involves criticizing a distorted, exaggerated, or otherwise misrepresented version of an argument and claims to have refuted the original argument. This is when the opponent engages a different argument, a weaker, distorted version of the original argument. Because it's weaker, it's easier to refute. Then the fourth one, appeal to emotion. This is probably the easiest false argument to spot. An example of this is pre-apartheid, when the National Party used appeal to emotion as a way to manipulate people into voting for them. They told the citizens to vote for them, or else the black population will take over. This was called the swart gevaar. They used emotions to get votes. Lastly, false claims that because a point of view is popular, it must be true. This is evident in the old wives' tale that believes that if you place a piece of newspaper on a baby's forehead, it will stop the hiccups. This is in fact not true because it hasn't been scientifically proven. But we still do this because it's a popular belief.